Metaphor ReFantazio is a great game with some graphical and performance issues, and Atlas patched the game with some improvements that sound incredibly stupid if you think about it. The patch added anti-aliasing in the game. Yes, anti-aliasing, a feature that has existed in video game history for decades now. The PC patch is 85GB because Atlas, or Sega, or whoever's responsible, accidentally put the test folder back in. In other words, they put the non-DRM version of the game, which led to the game being cracked early for pirates to grab. And because they realized their screw-up, they also added Denuvo to the demo version of the game. Yes, a PS3-looking game that runs at sub 40-50 FPS at best on the PS5 receives a DRM that hurts even more performance on the PC. As much as I appreciate Atlas for opening their hearts to PC, I blame Sega for publishing this game on this state. Well, at least beyond the technical issues, the game is still awesome, not unlike the Denuvo DRM. The Denuvo anti-piracy DRM decided that it would be a good idea to open up a Discord server. That's right, a DRM that pretty much no one likes is opening a Discord server where everyone can access it, including the haters. What could possibly go wrong? Well, a lot of things can go wrong, actually. Lots of people are saying all sorts of nasty things, and people being banned. Their FAQ is shifting the blame on the software sucking. You see, Denuvo has nothing to do with your video game performance sucking. It's all the developers' fault. I mean, to be fair, Jedi Survivor PC port is not great, but that's still not good enough to convince people that Denuvo did nothing wrong. And of course, the server is closed within 2 days. Surprised that it went so long. At one point, it even had to be in slow mode. Maybe because that's what the DRM has been doing with a lot of the games. Your software is useless after 3 months, and any game company that hasn't removed it is filled with utter greed. There's also another game company that is incredibly strict in their stance on piracy and copyright, and that is Nintendo. I will still maintain the opinion that I love Nintendo games and their properties, but I can totally separate the art that Nintendo made with the company that it is right now. Nintendo is going to answer your intellectual property questions and tell you about how their way is the right way and your way is wrong. This is Nintendo's Australia branch, and they're telling you that it's not okay to download Nintendo ROMs for games that are no longer distributed in the stores. This FAQ is giving massive strawmen. No one says that video games that are no longer being officially sold are public domain. They're just arguing that those games should be preserved and distributed, or they will be lost in time and no one can play them anymore. And this one too. No one says making emulators help publishers. What kind of argument is that? We're not doing it to help publishers, we're doing it to play the games that we want to play. The problem is, it's illegal. Nice appeal to legality there. Nintendo is famous for bringing back popular characters. Characters, not games. And even if it's their older games, you have to give them an egregious amount of money. Love your games, screw your legal team. But yeah, despite Nintendo's legal team acting like Judge freaking Dredd on their intellectual properties, at least they're still making quality games, and I can see why people are still buying their consoles or games. This woman got her Nintendo Switch and is excited to load it up with plenty of new games. And then this person came in. They charge us real money for games that are free in the App Store? Yeah, this person genuinely thinks that all video games are the same and are distributed the same way, on the same platforms. It is the most tourist take of a video game you can think of. Yes, there are multi-platform games that are available on all sorts of platforms, but most Nintendo games will be on the Switch, or at least the newer ones. You can technically play older games with emulators, and ROMs are free if you're legally flexible about it. I do have to admit that the mobile gaming market has caught on to the more dedicated and serious gaming market in terms of games and specs. Shame that most of it is used for gacha games with anime boys and girls. Well, shame might not be the right word for it. Speaking of shame, it's a shame that PS5 owners are getting caught up with that fear of missing out. So much so that even their exclusives are getting announced way earlier than expected. Insomniac's Spider-Man 2 was announced on PC, to no one's surprise. And yet it still managed to make plenty of console fanboys really salty. Instead of making DLC, you decided to make a port for people who will just pirate your game and hack you? Wow, most PC gamers are pirates and hackers now? The PC community doesn't deserve this game. That's your opinion. And Sony doesn't care about your opinion. They think that we deserve it, and that is something that you have to live with. The first game sold 20 million on PlayStation. 1 million on PC is pathetic. Because people already played it. I played Insomniac Spider-Man on day one. Most people do. I don't need to buy it again. That's why the sales are lower. Putting exclusives on PC does nothing for PS5 owners. Yeah, not everything is made for you, peasant. Deal with it. We could have gotten new exclusive games from old or new IP. Yeah, Sony doesn't really care for that, but they care for porting games to PC. Deal with it. There is one way console gamers cope with PC gamers taking their games away, and that is to make fun of them in the most embarrassing ways. Nice coping you got here. Honestly, I love it when developers skip PC. Are they skipping PCs? I know Rockstar did, but they're not really skipping PC, they're just delaying it until next year or two. There's really no harm in waiting, unless you are fed with that FOMO mentality. It reminds all of us that PC is a second-class fake gamer platform. Okay, dude, it's interesting how first-class citizens like you have to leech off of the hardware of second-class platforms to get the performance you want. The industry laughs at PC gamers collectively. Sure thing, dude. It's the PC gamers that's been collectively mocked, and not the console gamers that can't even play the games unless their servers are working. This is a meme of Steam gamers being baited with GTA 6 by console fanboys. GTA 6 might be the push that PC gamers need to get a console, but not for me. I don't mind the wait, assuming the game is good, which we don't know yet. It might be, it might not. Seriously, if PC gamers are such a joke and the industry laughs at them, why are console gamers migrating to them? Here's a console gamer finally being pushed to PC gaming. Why? Two reasons. One, Final Fantasy XVI's performance is pretty bad on the consoles, which explains the purchase of the RTX 4090. And two, relying on Xbox and sometimes Sony to deliver what he wanted became tiring. I do think the build is a bit overkill, but it's his money and I can see his reasoning. He wanted to play Final Fantasy XVI, a recent AAA title that just came out on PC, and it is a really demanding game even at 1080p. I totally understand those reasons, even if the build is particularly overkill. The console peasant laments the loss of one of their brothers. Bro tried to justify $3,000 on a PC. Yeah, he could have built a PC half the price and still be happy, but $3,000 is his money. PS5 Pro will still be there for you when you can't play GTA 6 day one. See? Console gamers fear missing out more than getting actually good games. While the 4090 PC is overkill, it can at least be good for productivity. Just don't use that productivity for trash like this. Despite its many issues and flaws, Harry Potter is still a franchise that I love. I had plenty of childhood memories of it, and it is undeniably a really successful movie franchise for its time. Then this idiot think that it's so over because AI has now replaced human beings. I watched this trash of a trailer and there are so many things wrong with this AI-generated heap of mess. Just on the first second, and the whole set looks like it was made out of miniatures, not a real place. There are so many inconsistencies with the character's design. Hermione looked like Emma Watson in one scene and then some random girl on the other. Hedwig has 3 legs. This typo is dumb. I feel bad for Wes Anderson. I don't know why AI artists love to copy his directing style. I mean, yeah, it's really artistic and aesthetically distinct, but I would be really disgusted by these idiots thinking that it's the end of human-made cinema as we know it. And finally, here's a funny little meme that I want to make fun of because I'm rather petty about it. This looks pretty impractical. Gaming couples are real. Y'all should try this. No. Unless you're playing Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, where the two brothers are controlled by each analog stick. Oh, you mean being a gaming couple? Yeah, I guess if you are lucky, you can be a gaming couple, but a lot of couples have different hobbies, and that's fine. You don't have to have the same hobbies. You just need to be able to work together as a couple to get through life. Relationships are not fun in games. It should be taken seriously. You're putting your life on your significant other's hands, and their life on yours. It's a lot of work. Nothing wrong with having the same hobby, but just saying that not having the same hobby is also fine. It's all about working hard together to achieve each other's goals. If you don't like that, being single is perfectly fine too. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, here's a kitty for you. And also huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You are all fantastic. If you want to see your names among these legends, then check out the links below. Just $1 and you'll support this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my ABB Show stream channel. Link below. Go subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.